This is from
Oh, here we
pedestrian.tv. You know, a classic. Woman suffers significant arm injury after being bitten by a big cat at Queensland Zoo.
Just a big cat?
Just a big cat.
What's the kind of cat? All right, I reckon it's going to be a panther.
I reckon it's going to be a feral cat that she just met outside of the zoo.
And it's just, like, quite large.
And no, just saying, it was a big cat.
Oh,
at the zoo.
it was a big cat.
Like, she was bitten by, like, quite a large cat.
Yeah, I'm not lying.
Okay, a woman in her 50s has been airlifted to hospital after she was bitten by a big cat in Queensland's Darling Downs Zoo. Wow, at 8:23 a.m. on Sunday. That's so early.
Oh, she must work there.
She must. The woman is believed to be an employee and was bitten by a big cat.
What kind of cat?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
I want to know what kind of cat it is.
Woman was
Also,
airlifted
hi,
to
it's me,
Princess Alexandra Hospital. Shortly after the incident, Darling Downs posted on social media saying, due to unforeseen circumstances, the zoo will be closed all day today.
Damn.
Damn, no, we don't even know what type of big cat it was. That's disappointing.
They're protecting its anonymity.
Yeah, they don't want people to know, because if the cat
wanna-
gets cancelled, like, their livelihood is going to be wrecked, you know?
They don't want a witch hunt. They
They don't want it to be
a kitten hunt.
Exactly.
Feline cancellation. Buddy, I don't know where you think you're going to go. There's nowhere. Yeah, okay.
What
Hello.
happens if it was like the security guard, Catherine? She's just this big buff cat.
They call her Big Cat.
Yeah, big cat just fucking bit someone.
I mean, you know, people are entitled to their sexual proclivities. You know, I mean, let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom. But I ain't spending any time on it. But I ain't spending any time on it. But I ain't spending any time on it. Let there be 1,000 blossoms bloom. But I ain't spending any time on it.
Hi, everyone. How are we?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Hi, Karen.
Hi, Yanni.
Hi, Casey.
G'day.
Hi, also, Casey.
Hi, Ciaran.
Yay.
Yee.
Hi, everyone else. Welcome to Shouldn'ta. We're back with another week of fun about Australia. I guess that's what the podcast's about.
Yeah.
It's just kind of about Australia. It's kind of a history of Australia with a reminder that time is a circle that began in 2016.
Correct.
Today, we're going to be talking about what it means to be Australian. What does it mean? Well, actually, hey, so you two are, like, more Australian than I am. If there's a spectrum, you're further on it. I think it's fair to say.
In the way that we perceive of Australian, yes.
What I'm
As in,
saying is-
Casey and I are both white.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
What does it mean? What is it? What does it mean to be an Australian?
It means a loose and problematic relationship with both alcohol and gambling. It means either an obsession or distaste for sport, and there's kind of no in between, I feel.
Okay.
I think when it comes to an Australian man specifically, the stereotype is so, like, set in stone that there is just no way to break out of how it's been manufactured. A lot of stereotypical macho straight guys don't go to therapy, drink themselves to death, and
But they managed
look
to
after themselves.
They managed to reproduce.
But they manage to reproduce because they're the only ones you can really select.
What doesn't it mean to be an Australian? Like, what are some un-Australian things?
Oh, what's bloody un-Australian? You know what? Fucking, supporting the Blues, that's un-Australian.
We'll bash and mash them.
So supporting your non-regional sports team. I think that's probably the Australian distaste for supporting a team that's not where you're from. I think that's one of the few good Australian values. It's like, hey, why do you go for that team? You're from this place.
You know?
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Yeah, it's kind of like a healthy patriotism.
Yeah, when it comes to sports, but it's a bit of you give them an inch, they'll take 20 yards or whatever.
Yeah, buckets.
Buckets!
And the bucket!
I think un-Australian is just whatever you as a person don't agree with.
Okay, so then, by inference, Australianism is whatever you as a person think is right.
Yes.
If you're Australian.
Yes.
And so then the question is, who's Australian?
Exactly that.
Okay. Would you say you're Australian, Karen?
Yeah, I would say so. It's on my passport and everything.
Yeah, I was born here. That's all I can really say.
I was also born here. I had birthright citizenship. That's a thing. What exactly it means to be Australian is a question that has been asked for an amount of time that is much less than the amount of time that there have been people on this land. And it's something that's been at times hotly contested or relaxed. We have spoken in previous episodes about the White Australia policy, but to catch people up, basically, the idea was a policy where if you weren't white, and what exactly it meant to be white was very contested. Italians kind of squeaked through at the last minute, but, there's another world where there's a lot of, like, Tunisian Australians, if they'd gone a bit further south, who knows, like the boundaries with Africa and stuff. And the way that mechanically it worked, once upon a time they could just kind of, when it was a British colony still run by the British, they could kind of British army their way out. But after a period of time, when Australia became federated as a series of states, they had to decide how they were going to do White Australia, or what they were going to do, and it became White Australia. And you had all these questions come up with citizenship about, what citizenship granted you. Obviously, women weren't granted the right to vote at the same time as men. And whether your children could get citizenship if they were just born here. You had the question of people from Pacific Islands, people from other parts of the British Empire, specifically India, people from China who formed a big part of the early labour force. And then, as the 1900s rolls through, the White Australia policy becomes less and less useful for the government. There is a economic want or desire for more immigration, more migration, a lot of that skilled migration from places like China, places like India. That's how my family ended up here. And at that time, there basically wasn't a citizenship test. It was like, have you managed to be here for 5 years? You kept the job that whole time? Okay, yeah, cool. You guys can be citizens. You had kids, they're citizens already, it's fine. And then in 2007, John Howard decided there was going to be a citizenship test again, and it was very silly. It's a very silly citizenship test. It was laughed at a lot. And then when Kevin Rudd got into power, he promptly slightly amended it. And we basically have the same thing today. There wasn't a test like this before 2007, and there is now. The complaints about the test are pretty easy to comprehend. A lot of them are just about language and the importance of knowing the things that the test wants you to know. Sometimes it's about these really broad strokes Australian values that are described in ways that aren't necessarily clear if you're a outsider, if you're somebody who hasn't been part of Australia, especially if your English isn't particularly good and you're able to be an Australian without really having to learn as much English as people, I think, imagine, because you don't have to talk to anyone here anyway, or read anything. And that's the way it goes. I've mentioned before, my cousin was I think the first person in Canberra to take the citizenship test when they brought it in.
Yeah, which is wild.
Yeah. And I was at a time where, and it's still a time where, it's fairly easy to get citizenship if you're from an English-speaking nation. The rules against the citizenship test, that's a word that is so hard to say over and over again.
Citizenship.
I didn't get water. I'll get some water in a bit. But the rules about what makes someone a citizen and the rules of the citizenship test have always made it just harder if you're from, like, a non-English speaking background, if you're a refugee without much of a comprehensive schooling system. It still keeps out the people that it is designed to keep out, even though the rules of how it goes have changed and the binary of exactly who is allowed in, who is going to be productive has changed. There was a time where Indian people weren't considered productive, and now they're considered productive, whether it be because they're paying international school fees or they are most of the engineers of the country. But keeping out the riffraff, the rubble, the colonial outcasts has always been the project of Australia, making sure this is a place where you can come only if you've made it in some way, and you can prove that you can be productive within the very thinly bound margins of what is considered productive by capitalism. How was that?
That was great.
That was really good.
It was off the dome.
I mean, it was great. I was like, damn, did you memorize this?
I didn't write it. I just went.
Damn.
I just got here, do a history of citizenship tests, just ad-lib it a little.
Crushed it.
All right, so all that preamble is to say I haven't written an episode. I'm trying. I'm working on it, but I'm not there yet. I'm not anywhere close to there yet. Hopefully next week. So we're gonna have a little fun. We're going to go to the universe where somehow everything is exactly the same, but Ciaran's not an Australian citizen.
Oh no! Bonjour. Ça va?
Are you committed to doing the whole episode in French? Welcome to Who Wants to Be an Australian Citizen? Da, 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 da. So... I've got an applicant here. If you could just come up to the front of the room. Ciaran? Celery.
Oh.
Karen. Korean. Krillin. Do we have Krillin?
Ciaran?
I don't actually know all these letters.
Oh.
But it, yeah, sure. What did you say your name was?
Yeah, Ciaran.
All right, Creeran. All right, come over here, Creeran.
Okay.
Creeran, we're going to see if you're an Australian citizen. How long have you been here?
I've been
It
here...
doesn't matter, actually.
Okay.
You weren't born here?
No.
That's pretty much all that we were going to ask. All right, you ready for the test?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, are you excited to be an Australian?
I have wanted this my whole life.
All right, so that's one that they've actually passed. Write that one down. Please don't be alarmed. We've got my assistant here. He's in training to be a citizen test administrator, which is why he still has the whip and the taser. Once you're at my level, you don't need to hold them anymore. They're just implied by your presence and aura. So
of
Casey,
course.
if you'd like to introduce yourself to Crater.
Ciaran.
Karen.
Hello there, sir.
Hi. Wonderful to meet you. I'm so pleased to be here.
It's really incredible how far you can bend down from your great height, Casey. Well, thanks for coming in, Karen. That was your name, right?
Yes.
All right, Craten. We've got some questions for you from the citizenship test. We're going to be going through the historic citizenship test as well. So we're going to be bouncing from the 2020 citizenships to the 1900 citizenship, because we believe that every Australian should be all of Australia.
Yeah, and you're right to say so.
That's what I'm saying. So the first question I have from you is, when did the first fleet of convict ships arrive in Australia?
The first fleet of convict ships.
You get a bonus point if you answer the multiple choice questions without being given the multiple choice answers.
Oh. For this one, may I get the multiple choice?
All right, your three options are the 1st of January 1800, the 4th of July 1776, or the 26th of January 1788.
Oh. I'm going to choose option B because I believe in myself.
So that was the 4th of July 1776?
Yeah.
That is not true!
Taser.
That's when,
I'm sorry.
No, don't. You don't have to apologize. You've been tasered. You don't have to apologize once you've been tasered.
Okay.
You know? The taser is the apology.
Can I apologize instead of being tasered?
I mean, if you're quick enough, I suppose, but the taser is how you know you're wrong, so there's no way for you to apologize.
Yeah, no, of course.
We have like a shock collar system.
Oh, yeah. No, that explains why I'm wearing this.
Yeah, but yeah, in fact, why don't you use the shock collar next time? Like, you have to stretch so far to get that taser all the way there.
I don't want to touch a Frenchman.
That's fair enough. All right, I understand. Well, that's fine. You get another question here. So this is a question about the first people of this land. What is a key aspect of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cultures? Your three options are A, deep connection with technology, B, an emphasis on urban living, and C, a deep connection with the land.
I think it's going to be C.
A deep connection with the land?
Yes.
That is correct!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
no
you.
taser for you,
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Damn.
Cranbin.
It's Ciaran.
Kieran, it's lovely to have you here. I just wanted to ask you a question about that previous question.
Yeah.
When you said the 4th of July, do you know about America?
I've heard of it.
All right, just checking. The next question on your citizenship test, citizen. This is citizen. Casey, this is citizen.
Hello.
Citizen, what is the significance of the Union Jack on the Australian national flag? Do you want to give this a go without the multiple choice?
Yes. The Union Jack symbolises Australia's colonial history with the United Kingdom.
All right, Casey, come over here. I need to ask you. So, the answer is it represents the history of British settlement. Now, is it offensive if we say that's a colonial history, or are we allowed to say that now?
Oh, that's such a great question.
I think we'll give him a pass, because I don't want to anger the French embassy.
Yeah, I think
But
they could spread blood.
we need to make sure he knows he's not allowed to say colonial like that. It's British. And we're not. Yeah, okay.
Maybe you should just give him a correct but little light pat.
Yeah, we'll give him a little light pat. All right, Kieran, you're correct.
Oh, yay!
However, you have been designated to receive a light pat.
What? Ow! Ow!
Yeah. And if we do it again, we'll knock your whole nose off.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, welcome to Australia, where we're proud of our British heritage.
And I am proud of our British heritage
It's
too.
not colonial heritage.
No, it's not, and I'm very stupid, and I didn't mean to say colonial. I meant a really proud history that I love. I love this great nation.
That was pretty good. I think he's got a future here.
Yeah.
If he keeps this up. If.
You can get your own taser one day, little man.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, there's lots of opportunity here. So, the next question for you is, what does the white dancer's headdress on the Torres Strait Islander flag symbolize? Is it A, connection to the land, B, a symbol for all Torres Strait Islanders, or C, peace and unity?
Oh. So those options again were...
Yeah. So it was connection to the land,
Uh-huh.
a symbol for all Torres Strait Islanders.
Uh-huh.
This is very serious, young man. And peace and unity. Your citizenship's at stake here.
Yeah, no,
Gets taser ready.
and there isn't like a phone a friend option or anything.
No, the question is, what does the white dancer's headdress on the Torres Strait Islander flag symbolize? Is it connection to the land, a symbol for all Torres Strait Islanders, or peace and unity?
Is it a symbol for all Torres Strait Islanders?
Wow, he's a smart one. This is a smart cookie right here. That's correct. That's correct. This motherfucker can read English. All right. It's also, I mean, it just feels like it should be all of them. They're all very nice. Australians believe in freedom of speech. This means A, people can say what they think about politics. B, men have more legal rights than women. Or C, everyone must follow a religion.
Oh, that is a tricky one. That is a tricky one. I think it's A.
That is correct. Congratulations, Ciaran. You might still be a citizen one day. All right, Ciaran. In Australia, the government, A, tells people which religion to follow. B, is separate from any religion. Or C, makes laws based on the official religion.
Okay, now I've been in Australia for a while. I know it's not A. I don't think the government makes us follow a religion.
No.
I think here in this glorious nation, the government and the religious sector are separate. I think they're separate. I think the answer is B.
That is correct. And we want to make sure everyone knows that there's absolutely nothing Christian about this place.
No. This is a very heretical culture.
Heretical. This is a very heretical culture. And your final question for this part of the examination. By law, Australian citizens aged 18 or over must A, attend local council meetings, B, vote in the Australian election, or C, join the Australian Defence Force.
Tricky. Because I choose to do all of those. That's a hard one to work out.
Get a cookie ready. He gets a cookie.
Yeah, because I love to serve this great nation.
Do you like choc chip?
Yeah, I really do.
Yeah, okay. Give him a choc chip cookie and pay for his uni.
I'm also a baker.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. What a country.
Yeah, it's a great country of lots of opportunity. We're gonna pause you for this section of the test, and we return to
thank you.
to the universe that we're all actually from.
Whoa!
So those are all current citizenship test questions.
Damn, they were current ones?
Those were all from the 2025 citizenship test.
I gotta tell you, I was struggling in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, fuck. I don't know when the first fleet of convicts got here.
I just really thought 26th January would give it away.
Yeah, but I was like, mentally, here's the thing, right? Because you said the first, ship of convicts. I was like, that will be after, or this will be a different date to when, 26
So you
was
think that's like a trick question?
Yeah.
They're like, the trick answer or other.
Yeah, they're like, we're going to fuck you up.
We're
No,
gonna fuck you up
convicts,
'cause
bitch.
You're going to think it's the 26th of January, but it's actually the 4th of July. And you wouldn't think that because that's famously American
Exactly.
Independence Day.
That's why we don't use that day, because we're just like, well, they already have it.
Well, I mean...
That's, yeah, those are all current. I guess the interesting things is, this whole freedom of speech thing being in the citizenship test when it's not really something that's talked about in everyday life.
Yeah.
In the way that is in America.
It's kind of weird, some of those questions.
The one where it's citizens must vote in Australian elections, but the implication is you don't have to go to local council meetings. It's you don't need to do that. You don't need to go to council meetings. No one needs to do that. You don't need to participate in your... All right, so we're gonna go back in time a little bit to 2017. The language test.
Oh.
The way this test works is I'm going to read out a paragraph to you, Ciaran, when we're back there. And you're going to explain to me what that tells you. All
Okay.
right? And then after that, you're going to do a little oral presentation.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
All right. Casey, can you press the alternate universe switch again? And go back. Whoa. All right, welcome back, Kraken. It's lovely to have you.
Hi. Where are we?
This is Launceston.
Oh, and what a lovely Seston.
Yeah, it's... You know, it used to be Launceston Pool.
Oh, of course. Yeah,
But,
yeah. No, but it's a town now, so.
Well, and then before that, it was Launceston.
Oh, yeah, because it was pretty strict.
Yeah, it was pretty... No, it was a toilet bowl.
Oh.
But now it's Launceston. And we're here to do the language test part of your citizenship test to see if you get to stay in Australia or if we're going to send you to a batshit island or whatever.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm really excited. I'm feeling really confident.
All right. So Lieutenant Casey here is
Aye.
going to read out a paragraph to you, and your
Yes.
job. Now, normally you'd be writing this down, but we've lost all the paper.
Oh,
so
okay.
You'll just be telling us what you think that paragraph was about,
Okay.
interpreting it
All
for
right.
us. All right, Lieutenant, if you could please read it out to the captive. I mean, prospective citizen.
By carefully pre-planning projects, implementing pollution control measures, monitoring the effects of mining and rehabilitating mined areas, the coal industry minimizes the impact on the neighboring community, the immediate environment, and the long-term land capability.
So, what do you take from that?
Mining here is done very environmentally consciously through planning and developing and rehabilitation of the land when the mining is done.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, would you say that we, as British Australians, are proud of our mining heritage?
Yes,
Okay.
I would say that is true.
Okay. All right. Applicant, what was your name?
Ciaran.
Applicant,
Oh,
you now need to write a letter, but we don't have any paper, so you're going to be dictating to us a letter to the accommodation officer, complaining about your roommate and asking for a new room.
okay, of course. To the accommodation officer.
Didn't say dear. Take a mark off.
I am writing in regards to the current situation I have with my roommate, Douglas.
Said he was writing, but he's actually talking. Take a mark off. But
Technically, the question was write a letter, and we have tied his hands.
look, just because his hands are tied doesn't mean he has to lie.
I
I like Douglas, though.
I do like Douglas.
Yeah.
I had drinks with him last week.
Yeah. I wonder what he's going to say about our friend Douglas.
no. Recently, Douglas and I have had a conflict of interest regarding our rooming situation. Unfortunately, at this time, these issues cannot be peacefully resolved. As a result, I would like to request a change of roommate so that Douglas and I can have peaceful living situations with perhaps other people. Thank you for considering my request. Love, Ciaran.
It must be French.
Must be French. I don't know if we're... Can you sign a letter off with love in this country? Is that allowed?
It's normally kind regards or warm regards.
Kind regards or warm
Or
regards.
sincerely.
Oh, warm love, Ciaran.
Oh, that might be worse. We'll have to send... Okay. Applicant, we'll have to send that one off to the review panel.
Okay.
So, just as a reminder of our power, Casey, could you just eat that cookie?
No,
Yum, 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 yum.
I haven't eaten in days.
That's not true. We gave you that cookie a while ago.
Which universe was I in?
Oh, right. There's so many universes in which Ciaran's not an Australian citizen.
In this universe, I'm very hungry.
All right, let's go back to the present.
Whoa.
That was crazy.
Damn.
Whew.
Pretty scary stuff.
Pretty scary stuff. So
I'm
that
sorry
was-
to interrupt for a moment. Was that mining question, like word for word, like a question that's in the...
All commas.
Are you
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah,
serious?
that's why I was having the break to try and do commas without saying comma, but
Yeah.
that was a whole
You'd be
paragraph.
like, basically, you'd be reading it and then writing your like view of it.
That's fucked. There's like, that's fucked. That's fucked. I was like shocked to hear that we had a mining, like a
Yeah.
pro mining quest. That's fucked.
Yeah, it was a weird one. We've got It's weird that they start that so early, I guess. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, the citizenship test is something that takes an afternoon. I don't think we're talking about this because it's like a real vector of propaganda.
No.
Like, you do have to read this whole booklet that gives you... I guess it's interesting because it's a booklet that gives you the government's view of what it wants you to think Australia is.
So it's like early high school tests, where you have the booklet with everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like necessarily that it's a test. It is a moment of like, okay, here it is all on the table.
Yeah.
This is what we think. This is what we want you to think.
That's insane.
And yeah, that was from 2017.
You know what? That sounds like old IQ tests.
They are kind of. Like, if you're in on the joke, they seem very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like more about telling you what it wants you to think. Because like a citizenship test is a weird thing, right? Like if you're doing like names and dates, that's very odd. It's like, who really remembers names and dates like that? Like that's especially because we don't have national heroes who have done anything of significance. We'll just stay in our regular universe for these 2015 ones.
Okay.
The question is, who is Australia's head of state?
The Prime Minister.
No, it's the king.
I'm gonna kill myself.
You know that?
Like, logically, yes, I know that. But on a practical level...
Right? Like, what does that mean?
What does that even matter? I
Right?
wish that fucking prostate cancer had killed him. Like, fuck me.
No, but then we'd have King Willie.
That's fine.
King Willie style.
I think that's funny. I think that's really funny.
Yeah, child king. And then the next question is, I think I've forgotten to bold the right answer, so we won't know which one the right answer
Oh,
is.
shit.
In the citizenship pledge, who do you pledge your loyalty to? Is it A, the Commonwealth and its people, B, King Charles, or C, Australia and its people?
Surely it's the Commonwealth and its people and or King Charles.
I'm pretty sure it's Australia and its people.
Damn.
I think it's Australia and its people because from memory, but I didn't mark which one was correct.
I was going to also say Commonwealth.
Yeah, I think that's the one I said, and it was like, that's wrong. All right.
Yep.
Hey, Casey, can you pull that ribbon thing next to you that undoes the curtain? Welcome back, COVID.
Hi, I'm Ciaran, actually.
This is who they've sent down to get citizenship now, huh? This is what passes for an Australian.
Hi, sorry, just checking. Where am I at the moment?
Welcome to Cooper Pedy.
Oh, that's why it's so dark. We're underground.
That's why we don't like rats.
Oh, shit. I mean, Sheila, that sure is a she'll be right, apple fuck rat. Dunny, shrimp.
Perhaps there's hope for him after all.
Yeah, I like the shit rat thing.
All right, they've given us some questions to ask you. Do you want an opal tea before we start?
Yeah, that would be lovely.
Here's an opal tea for you.
Thank you.
Opal tea for you.
Thank you. Wow, it's
Casey, I'm gonna.
Oh, it's full of rocks.
I'm just gonna go get myself an opal tea. If you two wanna keep yourself amused.
Yeah.
This is my commandant, Corporal Casey.
Corporal Casey. It's wonderful to. Oh gosh, it's wonderful to meet you.
That was just the herbal tea.
Yeah. It's it's kind of hard to see down here. You seem like you're navigating pretty well. You born in the darkness, or?
Our eyes adjust.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, maybe when I'm a citizen, it'll be easier.
They don't let anyone come down to Cooper Pedy.
Oh.
All right, son.
We're tough on crime.
What is the name of a proposal to make a law in Parliament?
That's a bill.
That's a quick answer. He's done well. Who maintains peace and order in Australia?
Probably the police. Blue Lives Matter.
That's a good answer. Which of these is an example of freedom of speech? A. People can peacefully protest against government decisions. B.
Nice.
Burp is the answer.
Oh, he's a cheeky one.
I mean, that is free speech.
That is free speech, you're right. All right. You're free to go, son.
Yes.
Walk off into the desert until you find your next testing station.
I've actually got like an ingrown toenail, so I better stay here because I'll get pretty sick if I walk on it.
I'll go get the mining pickaxe.
Hang on, I'm just looking at it now. It feels, it wasn't ingrown at all. I just have ugly sore feet.
You can stay if you answer our 3-part question.
Okay, please ask it of me.
Who was the first Prime Minister of Australia?
That was Sir Edmund Barton.
Bonus 1. How many Prime Ministers have we had?
I don't want to die in the desert. Fuck.
You get it within 5. We'll give you a chance to keep going.
30.
Oh, he's pretty good. We've had 31.
Yes!
All right, part 3. Who are they?
It's no laughing matter.
Sorry, I have a nervous tick.
Trying to find a position, and you're laughing at the leaders we've had.
No.
These are the most important men that have ever been.
You're
and
right.
Julia Gillard.
We are thrilled to have her here, Madam Prime Minister.
You're so right. You're so right. Who are they? Who aren't they? In a world ravaged by injustice.
Don't know
In
what
a
world you mean.
land-
We have the place to keep us
In
safe here.
a
In our
land
cave.
ravaged by the elements. Who would dare step into the seat of power other than the most brave, noble, intelligent, non-alcoholic men?
But there were 31 of them.
And there were 31 of them,
30
and a
men.
woman.
30 men.
And I think they are... Here's what they are. They're leaders. They're teachers. They're lovers. But they're fighters, too.
I don't see any of them on this list.
It's you and me, and all of our neighbours, and the people we love, and the heroes we look up to, and the people we see passed out on the streets, and the people who drown in the ocean, and they're also the people who go skydiving. They're the people who find hair between their toes. They're the people who take a shower that's a little bit too hot. They're people who make fridges and lick guitars and have never touched a block of wood in their lives. They are Australians.
I think I'm gonna cry. Corporal Casey, I'm gonna cry. Let him stay. Let him stay in the cave. He can stay at night.
You've got this. I know it's hard.
So, yeah, no part in the citizenship test does it ask you to name all the prime ministers, but
Thank fuck.
That was just for you.
in the
Thanks.
2007 citizenship test, the who was the first prime minister does come up. That's silly. You don't need it.
The only reason I know that is from the fucking that fucking ad, where it's just like I think it was a Vegemite ad, and there's like a whole bunch of stuff going on, and then some kids doing a presentation, and they're just like, and the first prime minister, and he's like, Sir Edmund Barton, and I'm like, I'll keep that one locked up in there. Never know when I'll need that information. Thank you, Vegemite ad.
It was Edmund Barton.
I'll have to.
Saved you, Frenchie.
You know?
Ciaran, how many prime ministers can you name?
Okay. Do I have to give first names or just?
Nah, just last names.
Okay, let's go back from where we have been. So right now we've got Albanese.
I do.
We had Morrison.
Molly, I'll shut my phone.
We had Turnbull.
Folly's a thug.
We had Abbott.
You're not saying anything, Tony.
We had Gillard.
Happy New Year.
We had Rudd.
Fucking hopeless.
We've had Howard.
Sure.
We've had Keating.
Nice.
Give me my Valium, Mr. Swagley. Need it.
We've had Menzies.
You have been described as a racist.
Have I?
Man, you just skipped Fuck, how many did you just skip?
Whitlam.
Yeah, that's one in the middle.
Yeah, there's one in the middle of. Fuck, you skipped like 9.
McMahon, his son died recently.
That's true. You hear about that, Casey?
No.
Yeah,
what
we
was
watched
his-
Charmed.
Oh, that's his son?
Julian McMahon, yeah, that is actually the son of one of Australia's prime ministers.
Are you
No.
kidding?
Ain't that insane?
Not only is it the son of one of Australia's prime ministers, it's the son of the Australian prime minister who walked on the beach with Clive Palmer.
Yeah.
I am going to take my headphones off and walk away.
Yeah, isn't that insane?
Is everybody like 2 levels of what is it? Like 2 levels of separation?
Yeah.
that's the one from
Yeah, from Clive, because he's just met so many people
Yeah.
for so many weird reasons.
Yeah.
For no reason at all, other than he decided to.
Yeah. Isn't that
You
insane?
can literally say, I was a friend of a friend. To,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Anyway, famously worst Australian Prime Minister ever, Billy McMahon, who you
know.
only know because of those 2 times he's
Yeah.
come up in the last month or so.
Yeah, I
which
didn't
is-
know there was a McMahon before then.
It's weird that he's come up twice in 1 month.
It is.
We need
But
the
anyway,
third McMahon.
so you got to
Should I name any more?
you got to Keating, and then you skipped 1. You got Whitlam, and then you got McMahon, and then you skipped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Before you got
Okay,
to
well,
Menzies.
what about Holt?
Yep, nice. He's in there.
We've also got Gordon.
Oh, is there Gordon on here? Do you see Gordon?
Yeah. Is there a Gordon on there?
John Gray Gorton with a T.
Fuck, Gordon.
Yeah, okay. All right, he didn't know. Yeah, we've had some prime ministers. I'll tell you some others. You can tell me if you can. I'll give you the first name. You give me the last name. So
Okay.
Edmund,
Barton.
Alfred,
Deacon?
nice. John Christian, or just John
That doesn't help me.
Watson.
Oh, okay, sure.
George Houston
Rockets.
Reid. Joseph
Gordon.
Cook.
Levitz. Oh. Sorry, I forgot the game.
Andrew.
Bandrew.
Yeah, okay, so Andrew Fisher,
Damn.
Billy Hughes, Stan Bruce, James, it doesn't matter. Let's go back. We got a few more citizenship test
All right, hell yeah.
questions to do. So let's, Ciaran, can you just reach onto your seat? There should be some keys there.
Oh, yep.
And if you can just plug that into your belly button, it should take us through.
Yeah, no, of course. I'll just. Ow! Fuck! That really hurt.
Who's this?
I have no idea.
Oh,
Hey,
hi. Yeah.
welcome.
Nice to meet you.
It's good to have you here.
It's nice to meet you both as well. I'm here for my citizenship test.
Oh, you're a Cassandran.
Yeah. It's Ciaran.
It's Karen.
Ciaran?
That's
Karen?
yeah. That's yeah.
Karen? Nice to meet you, Karen.
So like when I got here, I noticed there weren't any exits.
There's an exit. There's 2.
2 exits.
When you press this button, you leave.
Okay. Yeah.
When you press this button, you stay.
Oh, right.
Does that make sense, Karen?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, no, it does. I guess I'm really eager to do my test now, please. Please.
Thanks for coming to our little town.
It's lovely to have you.
And this is a lovely town full of really nice and regular people.
To have you here in Canberra.
Oh, I couldn't wait to come here.
What is the first line of Australia's national anthem?
Oh, it's Australians all let us rejoice.
He even sung it.
I like it.
Well done.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you.
Gold star for that one.
Oh, give him a gold star.
Oh, it's really shiny. Thank you.
Don't hold it for too long, it gets hotter.
Oh, okay.
Who do members of Parliament represent?
They represent the people of Australia.
He hasn't heard about electorates. Do you want to teach him about electorates?
No.
I don't have a plan.
I also didn't want to do it in that voice if I tried.
All right, we're in 2007. we're doing this is the John Howard citizenship test.
I am the first.
You would be the first.
Oh my god, I'm your cousin.
You know, you are standing in line in front of my
How
cousin.
did we get married?
He was.
Oh no, I'm your cousin.
No,
This is
it's-
awful news.
No, you're not taking over the body of the cousin.
You're right in front of him. He was about to be first, and then you've just popped in there, and you're like, "Don't worry, you'll understand this in like 20 years."
He's just like, I have work tomorrow. Don't talk to me.
You
I have
just shake
shit to
him.
do.
I'm saving your life.
All right. Here's an ABC. Which one of these is a responsibility of every Australian citizen? A. Renounce their citizenship of any other country. B. Serve in Australian diplomatic missions overseas. Or C. Join with Australians to defend Australia and its way of life should the need arise.
C.
Yeah. Did you know that was a responsibility of ours?
I didn't know that was our responsibility, I'll be honest. But the other two also, like, I was like, well, that's not my responsibility.
Yeah, I was like, that's just like a job. Yeah, that's this is like 2007 stuff, so
Yeah.
it's pretty fucked up. What is Australia's national floral emblem? The Banksia, the Waratah, or the golden wattle?
Damn, because I feel like
Oh shit.
Canberra's is the golden wattle. The Waratah, I think, is for, like, Western Australia, maybe South Australia. The Banksia, I don't know where the Banksia would be the, like, flower of, so maybe... But of course, when I said golden wattle, you were like, "Oh, he's got it." So like, maybe I'm now like, "Oh, it's the golden wattle." But then also like, I'm just gonna pick my favorite. My favorite's the Waratah.
Damn, this idiot. Waratah's New South Wales, I think, right?
I think it might be.
It's golden wattle is the national
Oh, because of
flower.
green and gold. Fuck.
No, it's not. That has nothing to do with golden wattle. That's about the natural mineral resources of the country.
And you know, on the official website, they also be like, and also the golden wattle.
Definitely is New South Wales.
Damn.
Sorry.
Hell yeah, New South Wales. No, I don't stand by that. Fuck New South Wales. That's one of the worst 10 states in the world. Which of these Australians is famous for playing cricket?
Me. Oh, sorry. No, go on.
A. Rod Laver. B. Sir Donald Bradman. Or C. Sir Hubert Opperman.
So Oppenheimer.
Yeah, Oppenheimer was a Prime Minister of Australia.
Yeah. Don Bradman.
It's Don Bradman. He's so good at cricket. Anyway, we now have some classics. We're gonna go back a while.
Oh,
It's gonna be our last trip back in time.
exciting.
I'm just gonna perform this ritual.
Just make sure to put your seatbelt on for this one.
Oh,
Yeah,
yep.
make sure you're strapped in.
Yep. I'm always strapped.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's better. All right, let's go to the past. Welcome. No, we're not doing a voice. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
You here to get your citizenship?
I am, yeah. It's been a long journey.
Yeah. Do you know what year it is, son?
Only the best year in the world, the year that I become a citizen.
That's exactly right. It's sometime between 1925 and 1931.
Wow, so accurate.
And there's a few different questions from the dictation test.
Okay.
Now, traditionally, this test could be applied in any European language, and you'd have to write it down.
Okay, yeah.
So I could ask you a passage of text in Italian, or Swedish, or Dutch, and have you write it down, and when you failed it, we'd kick you out. But you seem white,
Yeah, I am.
so we're going to give you the test in English.
Okay, great.
Because you seem like the type that we want here in
Yeah,
Australia.
yeah. No, I'm very pale.
Yeah, very pale, very white man. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have my assistant over here. This is Digger Casey.
Captain?
Digger Casey's going to read out a paragraph for you, and you're going to tell us what it's about.
Okay.
And just interpret it for us. You know, you're a good young lad. You look like you know how to speak English.
I do.
You just need to understand it as well.
Yeah, I'm really excited, please.
Before you get too excited, the future has given us the shock collars. Can you check if they work?
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh, wow. Future seems amazing.
Oh, it's really good.
I don't like
It's
it.
going to be really good.
I don't like it.
All right, thank you for that, Kraken.
It's Ciaran.
Oh, you're not Irish, are you, son?
Oh no, it's Christian.
All right, Christian.
Because
All right.
I'm a good Christian boy.
All right, good.
Really close.
Really close. All right, Christian. All right, Casey.
The need for mental stillness, for quiet and balance is obvious. People are too excited. Let us think how null and void our little revolutionary efforts are when tested by reality. Yet the fruitful results in our private lives and public efforts spring almost always from quiet reflection and mature contemplation.
What does that tell you about this great land?
It tells me don't. It tells me don't think about anything and don't do anything. And especially not a revolution. And just kind of like just shut up and like chill out.
He's got it.
He's got
He's
it.
doing well.
To a T.
All right.
Oh, whew.
1 for 1 so far. Number 2. This one is, look, you don't need to necessarily understand the science, but this is what, like, Australians, we're a scientifically minded people. So
Oh, of
this
course.
is some science communication for you to understand and interpret, to see if you understand what's being told to you.
Of course, yes.
From our great scientists in this land.
Of course.
All right, please, Casey.
We have no reason to suppose that the ice cap will alter in our favour. On the contrary, the sun and the earth are slowly cooling. In ages to come, the course of things will apparently have to be that ice caps slowly extended from either pole and crowd man towards the tropics.
That's cutting edge science. You seem stunned.
I am stunned. I'm pretty stunned by this. And you said these are Australia's greatest scientific minds.
Well, this is what they've told us. It's the
And-
year 1931. We're making leaps and bounds in science in this country.
Yes, absolutely.
Soon the ice caps will be all the way up to Darwin.
Yeah, that's absolutely what that was basically saying. The world is getting colder. I think we could call it like global cooling or of something like that, and the ice caps will keep like getting like bigger, and they won't break off into little chunks. They'll get into like a really big chunk that goes everywhere, and we'll all have to live in Darwin.
The way that you said that was pretty suspicious.
Oh, it's because I am very dumb.
Alright,
All right, this is the kind of man that we need here.
we like honesty in
We like
Australia.
honesty.
I love to be honest.
And you understand that we don't understand, but we know that the ice caps are getting bigger.
Yes, I
And we need
agree.
to mobilize our military against them.
Yes, we should shoot them.
And we will.
I would love to shoot some ice caps for
And
this
it's
country.
every Australian's responsibility.
Yes, I feel it.
We're going to conscript you.
Please.
Casey, if you could just please read the last question.
Perhaps the native will one day show fight and endeavour to deprive his terrible enemy of its prey. Then the tiger, in rage or self-defense, attacks him, and the spell is broken. The flesh-eater finds that there is no magic protecting the guardian of the cattle, and thenceforth becomes a manslayer.
Don't fuck with tigers because they might eat you and like it. Yeah, because the tiger will go to eat the cattle, and if you tease it and tell it it's gaining weight because it's eating all your cattle, it might eat you, and then it'll really like that.
We have total mastery over nature here.
Yeah,
in Australia.
yeah.
But I think we're going to let you in. All right.
Yay!
Send him off. We need someone new cutting sugarcane in
Aw.
air. Get on the
Fuck.
train, son.
And give me my collar back, please.
Yeah, we need the collar
I
back.
can't even
That
keep the
battery's
collar.
really new. They only just made it, so.
They just made batteries
Let
for
me
the first
just.
time.
I'll just.
Just be careful, it's nickel and acid.
Yeah, it's. Oh my god! Ow! Oh fuck!
Oh,
Ah, fuck!
don't give him the acid collar. Oh, fuck.
That's
All
the only battery I had.
right. Okay, fine. All right, get him out of here.
I'm leaving. God. Hey, is there like an exit test? Like if I like I wouldn't choose to leave, but if I did choose to leave, would there be like an exit test or?
Wouldn't be for the good of the Australian people.
Yeah, it wouldn't be very good for the Australian people.
Yeah, cool. No, that's
That'd be a waste of money.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I gotta go anyway.
Why would you
so-
want to leave?
I wouldn't. That's the thing.
Because you only leave if you don't like it.
Yeah, and I wouldn't leave.
You
I
would
love
not
it.
like it?
I love it here.
You don't not like it?
I eat dirt here every day because I love the taste.
What would you say you don't not dislike not liking it?
I love Australia.
All right, he passes. That is some citizenship and dictation test stuff.
Damn.
The dictation test is really weird. Like, we have a few other examples here from it. A lot of it's about tigers. Like, so basically it's like they change the paragraph every week or so
Yeah.
to a different random paragraph. And there's another one from 1925 where it's like, the tiger is slightly shorter in the leg than the lion, but he is longer in the body. And then again we have, the tiger is sleeker and so lithe and graceful that he does not show the same appalling advantage as his outside. And then you have the ice stuff, right? And then you have, the hairy adornment of the lion renders him more formidable in appearance. Like, it's just like ice cap stuff and then just like tigers and lion stuff.
Did I in like the 1900s fucking write this being like, ooh, and the lion, who does indeed have a formidable wig.
Reveal it.
Reveal yourself.
Yeah,
yeah.
There's like, I imagine some kind of large ideology behind it. But I don't understand them. So I had some other quiz questions here, but I know you have some quiz questions for me
Yes.
about Australian pop culture. So I'm going to really quickly ask you these quiz questions because I need to tell you these facts.
Okay.
In 2008, Western Australian MP Troy Boswell tearfully admitted to offensive behaviour towards a female staff member. Did he A, pull her bra strap in the office, B, sniff her chair after she stood up, C, show up at her home drunk after hours, or D, asked her for a lap dance at a Christmas party?
I choose B.
Yeah, I would say B.
The answer is B.
Yeah,
He
I
sniffed
remember
her
the
chair.
chair sniffer.
Oh, you remember? I didn't even know about this.
I
Till-
Yeah.
actually think you both have had this conversation in front of me. That's why I looked over.
I don't know. I know. I played cricket with a guy who sniffed chairs. And we've got this one for you. A bonus. 3 years ago, Troy Boswell pled guilty to 3 charges of what crime?
Is it like revenge porn?
Rape.
It's aggravated assault.
Okay, well, yeah, that sounds about right.
And the other one I have here, during the Versailles process after World War II, Prime Minister Billy Hughes was famously extremely racist, especially towards the Japanese. American President Woodrow Wilson referred to him as a nettlesome brute, B, vexatious coyote, C, bothersome creature, or D, pestiferous varmint.
Damn. Because, I mean, I know, like, the more fun-sounding ones, I want him to be what he said. I feel like he probably called him a bothersome creature.
Pestiferous varmint.
I want it to be D. I want it to be D so bad.
It is.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Everyone at that conference hated Billy Hughes.
As they should, probably.
Everyone was like, this fucking annoying, dipshit, idiotic, sycophantic, racist, mustachioed, stupid old man is coming in here and telling us how to govern.
G'day, cunts, I'm Billy.
And that's a citizenship test, Ciaran. Welcome to Australia.
Thank you.
I understand I'm going to be tested now.
Yes, now I don't have a ton of questions for you. I've just got a couple of little questions.
You know, it's a wind down for us.
Which is, I just kind of want to assess your knowledge of Australian culture.
I know everything about Australian culture.
And I figured that you do. And Casey, feel free to jump in if you'd like to as well. I can, ask you both. Let me start with something that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Can you name the 5 free-to-air channels on Australian TV? The big 5.
ABC, SBS, Win 10 Prime? Win 7 Prime. Win 10 7. Some combination of those.
Yeah, I would have accepted SBS, ABC, 7, 9, 10.
That's what it is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was just adding in Prime.
And Win.
And Win.
Even though Win and Prime are the versions of 7 and 9.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I'll give that a pass.
Okay.
I'll give that a pass.
That's really generous of you.
Okay. Could you please quote a famous Australian advertisement or jingle to me?
Bunnings Warehouse, where lowest prices are just the beginning. But
Yep, perfect. All right, that's stunning. I appreciate that.
Sears Workwear, Barrier Street, Fishwick. Now you know. That's a local Canberra one.
No.
Classic.
I was just thinking of the number, the 1300 6556.
1300 6556.
That's the reading writing hotline. I want you to name 2 famous Australian criminals, 1 male and 1 female.
Okay, Chappelle Corby and Ned Kelly, OTP.
And that's what I was hoping you'd say.
Okay, can I name a second female Australian criminal?
Yeah, go on. Can you name another one?
What about what's that? Who's that lady who said she had cancer? Belle Gibson. Belle Gibson. Belle Gibson.
Good shit. Good shit.
All right, here we fucking
Good
go.
shit. All right, you know what? Very Australian. So
That's
far,
it.
I'm like, damn.
I'm Australian.
You've got it all sorted. All right. Please finish the sentence. Take off your glasses and apologize to us.
I'll apologize, but I'm not taking off my glasses.
I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses. Bing, 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 bing.
That's Corey Worthington is the greatest ever Australian. You remember that guy? He was the guy who was like a 15-year-old. He had a big party, wore those yellow sunglasses, and then he was on the news because he had this huge party that, like, when we were maybe like teenagers.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
Oh man, you
Love
have to
Corey
see.
Worthington.
He went on the news and they like interviewed him and tried to get him to be like, "I'm so sorry," but he was just like, "I mean, I'll say sorry, but I'm not taking off my glasses." And then
So good.
she was like, "Well, she was like,
Well, I think you need to have a good hard look at yourself in the mirror. And he's like, I have. Everyone has. I love it.
what a fucking hero."
No, that's an Australian citizen.
He's
That's an
powerful.
Australian
He's
citizen.
powerful. Who was the first Australian idol? And, for a bonus point, who was the runner-up?
Guy Sebastian won. Shannon Noll was second.
Yes. Crushing it.
That's the only ones I could tell you.
Perfect. They're the only ones I needed.
Oh, okay.
If I said, tell him he's dreaming, which Australian movie would I be quoting?
Now, I haven't seen this movie, but I know that is from The Castle.
Very good. Very good. You've got 2 questions left.
Damn, I'm killing it.
You're
I'm
doing
killing it.
I'm
really,
so
really well.
Australian.
Please give the appropriate response to, am I ever going to see your face again?
No way. Get fucked. Fuck off.
Perfect.
We covered this in the Patreon.
You're incredibly Australian. All right, now this last one.
I've never actually done that. Like, I've never been in a pub and that song's been on and I'm part of the people yelling.
You haven't heard the people going do 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 like absolutely messed up.
Not really, no, I don't think so. Like, I know this, like, theoretically, more than I've actually experienced.
I think I've seen somebody fall off a bar to that song.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
This is your final question.
The final question.
This determines whether you do actually know Australian popular culture. Are you ready?
Yes.
Name a single character from Neighbours.
Come on, man. I don't...
Just one. And there's been a lot of characters in Neighbours. Can you name one?
Do, like, if I just say a name, do I have to, like, tell you, like what they look like or something to prove I know?
Let me pull up my Neighbours list. Hang on.
My favorite character in Neighbours is Sandra.
I'm going to be so real with you. I'm pretty sure there's not a Sandra
Yeah, I
in
don't
Neighbours.
think I remember a Sandra unless it's like
There.
old school.
Nah, Sandra was big in Neighbours season 10.
Scrolling through.
My favorite character is Timomatic.
Fuck you. Timomatic. Timomatic's ad-libs. He's just having an asthma attack. Leave him alone. Leave Timomatic alone. Let me see.
I really liked
I continue to not see a Sandra in here. Looks like-
Anthony. Anthony, there's definitely an Anthony.
Do you think there's an Anthony?
In Neighbours, there's a Tony.
There'll be a Tony.
Oh, yeah, no, right. There's no Anthony's. Yeah, okay. What about the storyline where
Go on.
we're going to close the school? And, like, the parents didn't want them to close the school, but they were closing it because there were only 3 students in the school. Because everyone had left the town due to the volcano having gone off. And so when they came to close the school and they were like, we're going to demolish the school, the local town, like, opal digger Ralphie saved the day. Ralphie. That's my Neighbours character.
Ralphie?
From
You're gonna go with Ralphie?
from
How
the
do you spell Ralphie?
It depends which episode, because in some
Yeah,
episodes
spell either of
he's
them.
credited as Ralphie, and in some episodes he's Ralfey.
Well, that's a shame. There's no results for either of those spellings on the page.
That's a crazy. It's lost media.
Yeah, that's lost media. So, unfortunately, at this time, your pop culture citizenship is going to be declined.
Damn, that's you
because
set
you
me
couldn't.
up.
You couldn't name a single Neighbours character. One of the longest running soaps that this country has. One of our biggest exports.
This is just luck. I absolutely could have named any other soap operas characters.
Name one from Home and Away.
I mean, I don't need to now. I haven't been. I'm not under examination. I don't want to give away my secrets.
Oh, I'll let you in if you name one from Home and Away.
You let me in?
Yeah.
See Sandra again.
My favorite character from Home and Away is Hamish.
Let's have a look, shall we?
I really liked when Hamish, the character from Home and Away, was playing football for the Gold Coast United football team for Clive Palmer, and they had a game in the Gold Coast at home, and then they had a game in Melbourne, and that was away. That was my favorite Home and Away storyline.
Yeah, unfortunately, there is no Hamish in Home and Away.
Damn, if you'd asked me about any one of the Australian soap operas other than those two, I would have been able to name a character.
Okay, name a character from All Saints.
What? What's All Saints?
Name a character from McLeod's Daughters.
Oh, McLeod. Of all the daughters.
Yeah, name a character from Offspring. Packed to the Rafters.
Come on, that's from like 10 years ago.
Oh,
You
I'm
don't
sorry,
know-
did you mean a modern one? Because you watch a lot of modern Australian television.
No. I'm saying Back to the Rafters is like not, like it's too modern. Who knows Back to the Rafters? Pat Rafter, was he in that?
I think there was one called Pat Rafter.
Like the tennis player?
Not like it wasn't the tennis player, but
What's Back to the Rafters?
it's about a family called the Rafters.
All right,
and they're all in the house together. It's packed to the rafters.
Look, I'll hit you back. Name one winner of Australian Big Brother.
Okay. The one who did the bum bum dance, Sarah something. Do you remember her, Casey? Give me a second.
It was a long time ago.
I don't know, to be clear. Should we round out the episode?
No, I'm finding her name. Sarah Marie.
Sarah Marie. I remember one time like an old lady won it.
Oh yeah, season 8. Terry Monroe.
Do you remember her?
I actually think I remember.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, I remember she won because like the guy in second was like very different, and then it got to the last episode and they had like a weirdly hard war. Yeah, the last episode was like weirdly nice because it was just
Iconic.
those two hanging out, being like, "Jeez,
Now what?
now what?"
Yeah, media loved her for like a good like month.
Back when you had a month of fame. So we'll be. Thanks for joining us this week on a little like a very very much a fun episode, a low overhead episode as we try to pull a couple of things together. We'll be back. We'll be talking about Eurovision at some point.
We will.
We'll be talking about eventually doing a bit of a media analysis on what happened in Australian media and politics when Israel attacked Iran and Iran attacked back and blah, blah, blah. And something else. You know, I might go back and do my Dai Li episode. I'm interested in her. We'd love to have you over on the Patreon. That's patreon.com/shouldntacome, SHOULDNTACOME. You can also email us at shouldntacome@gmail.com. I've been Yanni.
I've been Ciaran.
I've been Casey.
And I'm Archie. Bye.
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 Bye.